What's up, y'all? Hey, I'll be brief because I got to get out here and do all this snow and ice out here and get this yard done. But for this Mental Health Monday, let's call it you saw what you saw and your feelings are valid. If you watched anything that happened this weekend, we saw some pretty harmful things go on in Minnesota. And while my advisors tell me not to get too political on this page, I think this is bigger than politics. I think this is a humanity issue and a mental health issue. We all saw what we saw this weekend, and then we saw people get on the news and tell us that what we saw, we didn't see. And I'm not going to get on here and gaslight y'all and say, well, maybe it was this and maybe it was that. You saw exactly what you saw, and you've seen this before, to where people are harmed, and then people get on the news and tell you, oh, exactly what you saw with your own two eyes, that's not what it was. The person was aggressive, they were harmful, and we had no choice but to harm them and put them down. And I'm like, no, what you saw this time is exactly what you saw all the other times before. And I know that you might have some frustration, especially if you're in the Black and brown communities, because we have warned people about this. We told them that this was coming, and we told them that this is how it happens, and we felt like we weren't being listened to, and people were going against their own interests, which directly harm us. And all of those feelings are valid. I also feel like that there is a big amount of humanity in us all that still doesn't like it when we see people be harmed. And we just can't help it. It's how we're cut, it's how we're built. We're loving people, and we still don't like to see it. So for our mental health, how do we manage these feelings? And for me, I say do what's in your capacity, but do something tangible in order to deal with those feelings of grief that you might be feeling when you see these things. And that might be something as simple as getting the right information and disseminating the right information online to make sure people aren't buying into the lies. It also might be encouraging people to vote and lobbying for certain candidates that will align to make sure that this doesn't happen in the future. It can also be, which one of the things I do is I find the families of these people on social media, and I follow them so that I can make sure that they're encouraged much longer after it gets out of the news cycle. And you would be surprised at how many of these families of these victims appreciate a heart emoji on their post, or a quick kind comment, or an inbox of saying, keep your head up, or we stand with you, we're sorry for your loss, and those type of things. So there's a lot of different things you can do, but I don't want you to feel like you're isolated and that you didn't see what you saw and that you're somehow crazy. So for your Mental Health Monday, I want to encourage you guys, and I want to tell you guys that it will be extremely helpful in what you're dealing with to find something tangible to help deal with the feelings that you're dealing with, but also know that you're standing in a community of other people who saw it too. And this is not right, and it's not good for anybody's mental health to constantly see that and be told that we're crazy. So hope this helps. Hope y'all having a good day. I got to get out here and try to shovel some of this ice, but love to hear y'all feedback on this. Y'all take care. Peace.